Okay, everybody, how y'all doing? So I want to make two videos. I'm going to make this one and I'm going to make the one after this one because I do not want it to be blended together. So that way everything can be heard the correct way. So the video strictly is going to be for Kemi, KeepitKemi. And the live that she went on that I saw for myself this time on Carter. Now, one of my viewers told me, actually I think it was two of my viewers told me that KeepitKemi had went on Carter's live, or went on a live. She was on Carter's live and then she was on Cash TV's live talking about my video that I made stating how I felt that she was DoorDash, and she wanted to kind of clear the air up. So I want to make two videos. The first video I want to address Kemi because like I said, if anybody was watching my video, that I was looking for anything that would have went against what I was thinking far as Kemi was concerned. Even with Kemi, I wanted her to say something that would make me say, oh no, Tamara, you're wrong. You're not right about that situation or whatever. And I would have apologized instantly from the post to the videos. And I even said on my video how I can understand if what I said was a lie, but what I said was not a lie. Because I'm not saying about her being DoorDash. That was what I felt. That's what I felt she was. I felt she was DoorDash because of the way that she was moving. And I addressed that in my video. So what I said was not a lie. I don't deal in lies. I deal in facts. So my second video will address Carter. Now, I watched his live and I made sure I stayed there until he just started doing a whole bunch of rambling because he realized doing his own live that you just messed up. You messed up, Carter, when it came to me. And I'm going to address that on a separate video. But I want to, just like I said, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, all right? And I've always wanted some proof to show that I was wrong. So, because I've said I like Kemi. I like the personality of Kemi. And I've also said when she showed me who her other channel was, that's why I said I just didn't want to see anymore because I didn't want to hear any more from her or whatever. Because if my perception is she was DoorDash, it really hit home with that other person because the way I met her was really because both of our children has a disability, a mental disability. And that's kind of how I connect. And she said she was a Christian woman. And so if you really listen to my video, I said that was what connected me with the creative Christian, that she was a Christian woman, but right off the bat, if Kemi and Christian is the same person, Miss Kemi she came to me with a lie to begin with, okay? So, therefore, nothing that I said was incorrect, and everything that I said was proven by my second video. So it was stated that Kemi said, I keep making video after video about her. No, I do not. I made the video explaining how I felt, because of how she was acting and what she did and the lies that she was telling. And it sort of mirrored DoorDash. And I even said I was looking for reasons for her not to, I was looking for reasons for me to be wrong because I really wanted to be wrong about Kemi. And I'm glad I am wrong about Kemi. And I will start off by saying that, okay? And I even told Kemi, even when she was trying to explain on my post, that I thought you would have said something on there that would have made me second guess myself. But even the stuff that you're saying when you responded on the post was not correct. I'm talking about the facts that I know. The facts that I know. Let's address the facts that I know. Okay? Or maybe, hold on. No, let's address the facts that I know. At first I was going to say maybe I should put it on there. But no, let me go ahead and address the facts that I know. Fact number one, when Kemi had made a post on my video, on my reaction video, it was of DoorDash, period. And she never once told me any reason as to why she had that on there. And she didn't have to come on there explaining to me why she had DoorDash's picture on there. But when I checked her profile, I noticed it was a picture of DoorDash. And what I said was, that's funny because the picture resembled a younger DoorDash, probably between 15 or 16 years old. Miss Kemi's response was, oh, that's because this is DoorDash. And she quickly changed the picture, okay? And from my video, like I said, at that point on, there was really nothing else. I mean, I might have thought she was, I said, okay, girl, don't be playing with me. Because I'm thinking at this point, this is DoorDash trying to listen in to what we all are saying. But like I said, whether or not this person as Kemi had ever would have reached out to me again, it wouldn't have made no difference for me one way or the other, because I said what I said based off of what I saw, and that was facts. Okay, so the second thing I need to address with Kemi, the live video was done because a viewer asked me about what I was saying, or trying to clear up what was said on the post because of misinterpretation of what was going on or whatever. They just wanted a clearer view. So they were saying they look forward to seeing that live, because on the response that if Kemi, I don't know what she did, because for some reason I can't see her responses, but if she unblocked her responses or unblock it so I could see it, I'm only assuming she must have blocked me or something as to why I can't see other than the initial response versus seeing the other response. Or maybe like like Carter likes to do, maybe he reported response or something. I don't know as to why I can't see it, because I don't delete absolutely nothing. And there's a very big reason as to why I don't delete anything, because it shows where everybody was at that time, right? But when Kemi wrote that response on my post, and she was saying how she came about having a conversation with me on that post, she said on her response that she told me the day I asked her about the picture, it was because of some confrontation that her and Ace got into, okay? Which I then responded, no, you did not. I never heard about a story between you and Ace. Only thing you told me was you put it on your profile because you thought it was funny. And far as I was concerned at that point, there was no more to be discussed. Now, when I went to go do my second live, third point, when I went to go do my live, which would have been the second video would have been the first video that I made after Kemi's response about the profile picture. On that particular live, if you go look at it, which I put the link inside of the post that I made about the proof I had about what I was saying, all right? If you would have looked at that live, you would have saw how that whole live transpired. The actual live was talking about liars and thieves and understanding why people say it's okay to copy and steal from people or lie to people, which I don't agree with whatsoever. All right. Then Kemi came on the live. During the live, the first thing she announced herself, and she was saying hey, or no, she didn't even say hey. I think she just jumped into the conversation about the short, and I instantly said, oh, I'm glad you changed that picture of that profile between that you had as DoorDash, because you don't want nobody to think that's you, is what I said. Still lightly joking about it, but still wondering, okay, could it be or could it not be? Further down the line, on the live, we got into a conversation about the shorts. The shorts, and if you watch it, you can see I was really, truly trying to figure out what she was saying, because like I even said in the live, I know sometimes companies say stuff, but then it don't really mean that it's actually true. So I wanted to find out why she was saying it. Okay, so even in that live, I asked Miss Kemi, was she a content creator? At that time, Miss Kemi told me she was not a content creator. That's why I said, well, how can you tell me about what you're telling me about the short? Okay, so now on the post, when Kemi made the comment on the post about me exposing her as DoorDash, she said she told me she was a content creator. I told her, no, you didn't. In fact, you told me you was not one on my live. So the proof that my video is showing is for what Kemi said to me on my original video and what Kemi said to me on my live. Now, the statement I made about every time I make a video, Kemi always come and she asks me about, do I have this or do I have that? And then mysteriously that video disappears or is deleted. That is true. That is absolutely true. And Kemi herself even said she was asking those questions. Now, what she failed to let me know was that she wanted it because she was a content creator. But see, why would I think she was doing content creation when the initial contact that I made with her, she told me she was not a content creator? So before any of you go around saying that anybody lied, as far as proof, Carter, as far as proof, I was showing my proof. But I'm going to address you in a separate video because I don't want the two worlds to come, the two people that I need to address, to be tainted. So for you, Miss Kemi, I wanted to say, I don't know if you saw it on his live this morning. I said, hi, Kemi. Hi, Kemi. Let's talk. Hi, Carter. Let's talk. And I said on that live, on Carter's live this morning, that I'm so glad that you showed me your face. And I'm so glad, I was basically saying I was glad that, you know, you did the live because I heard about the live with your voice. But, and I will explain, because they did come to me and say, well, I saw Kemi on Carter Live and I heard her voice and she sounded like she was sincere. I didn't make the statement, well, anybody can change their voice. I mean, I can change my voice when I'm talking. If you don't see my face, you don't know if that's what it is. I've also said to Kemi, that's why it's better to just tell the truth versus telling a lie. Because when you tell a lie, typically if you're not willing to say you lied, right? At the beginning, you have to keep telling lie after lie after lie to cover up the truth. And for me, I have an issue with people that just outright lie to me. So I find it a little harder to believe them once they start lying. That's what I said. Okay, so if there's any confusion as to me saying she sounded like DoorDash. She sounded like DoorDash based off of how she was responding on that live and from the picture that I saw. Never once till today have I heard this woman speak. So for someone to say I sound dumb, saying she sounds like DoorDash, when clearly she is from London, then that shows your ignorance and your stupidity and your willingness not to really pay attention to what I'm saying. But to Kemi, because like I said, once you show me that other channel, that kind of threw me back because I like that person too. So that's why I said I was really second guessing anything that I thought at this point. And I needed something to show me the slightest thing that you could have said would have changed my opinion on the whole thing. But the way you went about responding was even lies. That didn't happen between me and you. So for me, the picture was, this was DoorDash still pretending to be whoever this Kemi person was. And that's why I made the comment. You know the old saying, you keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Meaning just spying and seeing on what we're saying inside our video and getting connected with people. And I'd even address that too, because I said, people said, well, why would she be giving information about DoorDash if it wasn't DoorDash? And on a previous video, I said, well, if you know anything about a criminal mind or a mind of someone who's being deceitful, they'll do the crime and then help you find the evidence. And that's just a true statement. It's a true fact. It's called, now, however, I still stand on what I said, far as she lied to me and the way stuff was presented to me. But I also stand on what I said. When I say that I apologize for putting that image of her in DoorDash, but I've always left my videos open to say if it wasn't true, I would apologize. So there is no I'm attacking this woman or saying anything negative about this woman, because other than what my truth was and my proof was, I say it to everybody. I like Kemi. I've always liked Kemi after the whole initial contact. And anybody have interaction with Kemi, continue. Just if a person does not show you a face on a faceless channel, just take it with a grain of salt, because it may or may not be. Okay? So now, as loudly as I made the video, let me as loudly apologize to you, Mrs. Kemi, because I watched that. I watched how you interact. And even people said when they heard you on the live, which I wish I would have been on the first live, because then I would have heard it myself. And then I could have kind of, something could have clicked that, hey, this not DoorDash. And I could have hurried up and cleared that up myself. And it's not to backtrack anything I say, because once again, what I say, I stand on facts when I say them, the facts as they present themselves. But if something is showed that it isn't, I'm more than a woman to come back and say, oh, I was wrong. I ain't got no problem with telling anybody I was wrong. All right. So, Miss Kemi, for me saying that I thought you was DoorDash, I was wrong for that, and I apologize. Like I said, I watched you on that live, and you don't have to cry. In fact, I don't told you don't even have to explain yourself to absolutely anybody. You don't. But I like the fact that you did, because you was willing to let everybody know, no, this is what's going on. This is me. And I also heard on the live, even though he was trying to overtalk you and downplay what you said, I also heard her say that I understand why she feels the way she did. Okay, so thank you for understanding why I felt the way I did. You also said that you don't understand why she didn't address me first. Well, Miss Kemi, I did address you. I addressed you from the very first moment of contact. And if you would have just simply said, oh, it was just a joke, I did this because of whoever the guy was that I was doing that with, I was like, okay, child, I understand that. Huh? End of discussion. But it was not handled that way. And I have the video with the comments on there to prove what was said. So there's no reason for me to lie. There's no reason for me to lie on absolutely nobody on this platform, now, including DoorDash. I'm not going to lie on her as well. If I'm only going to talk about the evidence and the evidence alone. So the evidence showed me that it was, in my mind, you was DoorDasher trying to portray as somebody. And it was stated why I would believe just because that somebody had a fake picture on a profile to think that they was them. Well, that's because I pretty much allow people I take people for who they are until they show me otherwise. That's why. So, I'm sorry there was some confusion, Miss Kemi. I'm sorry if anybody, but I don't really think anybody that truly believed in you believed what I said. And I even said on my video, a lot of people don't believe what I said, but this is why I said what I said. And if anybody did, then I don't want y'all to continue to believe that. Now that she's shown who she truly is. But I will stand on what I said. If you start things off as a lie, then you already trickled it off to not be presented the correct way anyway. That's why the truth is so important. And nothing that I do is for clout or for views. And so I'm just telling a story just like anybody else is. And when I say story, I'm just saying the chain of events that is happening. I'm just bringing awareness. So this is my awareness to Mrs. Kemi. I apologize for calling you DoorDash. I can't really apologize for the evidence that was given to me the way it was given to me. That wasn't my fault. That was what she chose to do. And had we would have been able to talk on Carter's live instead of Carter just trying to control the narrative, then all this would have been resolved already. And then there would have been no need to make an apology video to you. Well, I probably would have still did it because I ain't want nobody to look at you wrong. And then I would have just not delete, because y'all know I don't delete nothing. I wouldn't have deleted, but I would have unlisted that video, which I am going to do after this video because I don't want anybody to see that as to trying to say you are Dodash. And that's the only reason. So if I have to deal with the backlash of Carter, then I will. But I will always have the video to go back on as to what actually happened and what was actually said. Okay, so Miss Kemi, do not cry. Do not feel, I hope this have not ruined your name. And if anybody, like I defended DoorDash before I found out who she was, and then and I have defended others, I will defend you to the end now that I know the truth. Okay. So as always, be your brother and sister keeper. Keep God first. And toodles.